it's like a give and take. Sure, I'm ODing on Sudafed right now, and I told Jack, I go, dude, I don't know what is wrong with me, but there's so much stuff in front of me, and I can't focus.
Yeah, you seem overly concerned about it, though.
Well, there's just so much stuff in front of me. It's like, I don't even know where to start because I have so much information, but yet my nose isn't dripping.
No, it served half its purpose.
Right, so it's like a give and a take. It's like, sure, the show's sucking, but my nose isn't running.
Well, there you go.
Something to think about. Hey, how about those Lakers? Moving on. They're moving on to, San Antonio? On Sunday. They beat Houston yesterday. Kobe flew into town. Changed his shoes like Mr. Rogers.
Got 31 points, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, a perverted Mr. Rogers, you know.
Well, a cheating Mr. Rogers.
You're right.
Although, we did learn Mr. Rogers liked to swim naked every morning, remember?
Yeah, which still kind of creeps me out.
I kind of liked it.
I wonder if he swam in his sweater.
No,
not if he was swimming naked.
He put it on when he got out.
Because he was cold.
Right. I wonder if that was cashmere. Robert would know.
How much stuff are you going to wonder about Mr. Rogers?
Well, think about it. That was a fine grade of sweater. Did you see it? Look cashmere to me.
Very nice.
I bet Robert would know what grade it is. Robert's the only guy I know that has cashmere pants.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
And socks.
And cashmere socks. And a cashmere jock strap.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, as long as we're speaking about kinds of wools, Gretchen brought home this estates of England, like these castles and stuff she thought I would find interesting. You know what the first thing I turned to was?
Sheep doing?
Alpacas.
Alpacas?
Alpacas in the Great Britain.
Wow.
I thought of you, Jack.
I meant to show you that sheep story yesterday. It was a big sheep story, big sheep story in the news. There's this sheep, but it was in the Netherlands, and it's just been running around, and they can't catch it. And I guess, like, it's wool. I don't even know what they say. It was 5 feet thick.
Right.
He, like, couldn't even stand up. He was like a weeble of the sheep.
How the hell could they not catch a sheep that can't stand up?
He was hiding.
For 6 years, this sheep was on the run. I guess they call it the Shrek sheep for
yeah.
some reason.
They couldn't find it. He, like, acted like a bush. You know how some of the sea creatures can act like weird things? Just be part of the landscape?
They'd be looking all over him. They'd actually be hiding behind him.
Yeah. It was
while looking for him.
Bizarre. Anyway, they got him. And they
sheared him.
Yeah, and now he's become like first of all, he's very uncomfortable in his own skin.
As you can understand.
And secondly, they're putting little pieces of wool in these little things as souvenirs, and people are buying them on the internet.
From Shrek the sheep?
Yeah, the missing sheep. Okay, so that's just a little update for you. How about those Lakers, right? What? I got sheep. I did Lakers, sheep, Lakers.
I know.
Shoot. Don't think I don't have the world events covered. And that terrorist attack. What? That's a point and laugh. I feel it, Jack.
There's a lot going on in that head, and it's coming
Nobody's pointing. Mostly we're all just kind of looking away.
Why? Because Lakers, sheep, Lakers?
And then terrorist.
Well, you got to do your terrorist update because it's just for the people. Right. And by the way, if you see anything suspicious today, you're supposed to call one.
Like a giant sheep.
Yeah. They got him. 877-A-THREAT. 877-A-THREAT, T-H-R-E-A-T. Apparently there's this whole thing. Westwood Federal Building around that area. The shopping malls west of that. Century City Shopping, West Side Pavilion, Westwood Village. So if you see anything suspicious, apparently if a guy in a heavy coat, they're very adamant about if they're wearing winter wear.
Although they expected it to be warmer than this, I think.
Yeah, so now.
It's kind of chilly.
Mm.
And not to be a conspiracy theorist or anything, but it's not that hard to get a job in a mall. You know what I mean? Like, these guys could already be janitors or something. It's not like you have to
Can
go
I
to
tell you
I'm
something?
telling you right now, the people at Hot Dog on a Stick are fine Americans.
Well, I'm going to tell you who isn't. And that's the bitch behind the earring gun.
Oh, see?
She's already armed.
And not only that, she hurts.
And while we're at the fragrance counter, girls aren't friendly, and they don't really try and win my business
And
over.
who knows what they're
That's
actually
chemicals.
spraying.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Those aren't pheromones.
Hey, I just thought of something. This might be irresponsible.
I know. I was thinking that too.
We were kidding.
That Clinique happy. Anyway, 877-A-THREAT. We're only making light of it because it's so stressful.
Right.
And that was our jobs, I think, or something. I don't remember what it said in our contracts. By the way, speaking of contracts, did you see that the porn industry, they're trying to unionize?
Mm-hmm.
I want to be there for the strikes.
Me too.
And I want to see the scabs. Because I'm not, well, let me tell you why. Let me tell you
I don't want
why.
to hear the word scav and porn.
Because I feel as if they can't go worse than some of those movies already are. Like, who will fill in?
Literally.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, where are they going to get bottom of the barrel below where they are at bottom of the barrel?
Boy, I don't know. You really reached the bottom of that barrel there. I was thinking, and yeah, I'm out of barrel.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ooh, yeah. So, what? I'm just at Union Local number 69.
I just thought they went on strike. The whole city of Van Nuys would be on strike, and that's the only place would be affected.
Yeah.
Van Nuys or Chatsworth?
Oh, maybe Van Nuys.
I thought it was Chatsworth is like the home headquarters.
Does it say home of the porno industry? When
It
you walk
does.
in?
When you try and drive into that city, it says, "Welcome to Porn World."
By the way, Mr. Burbank, what is Burbank home of? Oh, I bet you don't know.
How do you mean? You mean biggest industry? I would think.
No, everybody doesn't. Don't they usually have a home of? A home of?
I would think entertainment. We have Disney, Warner Brothers.
You would think, but you don't know. Perhaps tomorrow you will have that.
There is so much in Burbank.
Wait,
We're
do
home
you
of
not
it.
know the answer?
I don't.
Well, then how do you even know that we're home of anything?
I don't.
Because I was playing Stump the Jerk.
But there has to be an answer.
There might be one. I was asking Jack. He doesn't know.
We're the home of entertainment.
You're making it up. Maybe it's like home of Bob Hope.
Well, he actually lived in Toluca Lake.
Well, then that's not the right answer. I'm telling you, a lot of these little towns have homes of.
Right.
Yeah.
I know Ron Howard and Tim Burton both grew up in Burbank.
That doesn't sound so catchy though, Jack.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
the.
because you can't have ex-home.
Right.
Yeah.
Ex-home of Ron Howard, ex-home of Tim
Although
Burton.
that's not
Sounds-
true,
yeah.
because Britney Spears in Kentucky or whatever,
Right.
they have home of Britney Spears.
It's always where they grew
But
up.
doesn't
not where they
she
live
still have a
now.
house there?
Her mom does.
Right.
Yeah.
So still kind of home of Britney Spears.
So home of Britney Spears' mom.
Well, Britney Spears paid for the house and goes to sleep there every now and again.
Yeah.
So I got to go with still home Britney
I
Spears.
bet there's Howard relatives in Burbank still, so does that count?
No, you can't say home of Howard's relatives.
You know what I really like is when this show is so jacked up, it makes sense to me.
Is that today's case?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
it's fun. Country singer I was telling you about that's so hot. He tied a record previously held only by Air Supply. I don't even know what it is. I don't even have to read on any further.
All you have to know is that your boy is being compared favorably to Air Supply.
Yeah.
There you go.
Woo! What did they sing? Take it on the run. No, that's REO
No.
Speedwagon.
Something to do with
A
being
love.
in the air.
Something in love. It was always a love song.
I'm all out of
Of
love.
love.
I'm so lost without you. Some.
Two less lonely people.
In the world, now you're gonna be mine.
The one that you love.
Here I am,
All out of love. Lost in love.
and I don't know much. Oh, bring it, Jack. I
What
got
are you
you.
doing?
I'm doing the next line after the
Oh.
chorus.
I
What'd
thought you were just wigging out.
Don't you know the songs?
Uh-uh.
Oh, that's sad. Danny
Yeah.
doesn't know Air Supply. Anyway, we're going to go through all these phone calls. And, Jack, how about this? We'll save them from our lawn chair discussion that we had during the break, okay? We'll just, we had a very intense lawn chair.
Although I was fascinated.
I was too. And I actually thought about taking it to them, but I thought, you know, the day that we talked about tires burning under the earth or whatever, we talked about coal. And then we had whores in space.
That horse in space was fascinating.
It was great. I agree. I'm not debating that. I thought, I don't know if this is a good follow-up, the lawn chair update. So we might have to save it for the burner, put it on the back burner for tomorrow.
Put her on the back burner for tomorrow.
Burn on the back burner for tomorrow. It's a country song. I
Play
don't
by
know.
that Keith Urban guy.
I love him. He's so sexy. Yummy.
Him and Air Supply, they're my favorites.
Here is somebody by the name, I'm not sure, but I think it says Tack. Or Take. What's
That's
your name?
me.
Hi.
It's Tack. It's Tack. What's up, you guys?
Hi.
What's up, Tack?
Nothing much.
Jack
Just opening
has
up my
none.
store.
All right, go ahead. What were you saying? What were you calling about?
All right.
Sorry.
Well, basically, I heard you guys talking about, breaking up with people over technology reasons. And I don't know. I'm 24 years old. I guess I'm a big nerd because I work in a video game store and I play a lot of video games all the time. And I honestly kind of find myself being less attracted to my girlfriend because I'm thinking that she's just faking that she likes video games. She plays them for 10 minutes.
Wow.
She's just trying to please you.
Yeah, but still, it's like I work in a mall where, like, uber hot girls walk in here all the time, like, asking me
Uber?
about games.
Oh,
you know what
no,
I mean? Just, like,
I don't
super
know
hot
that
girls
word.
asking me about games that I like, and, like, I don't know. It turns me on when I find that girl that can beat me at video games. Is that wrong? Like, what should I do?
No, wait a second. You're telling me that uber hot chicks come into the mall and want to date the guy at the video store.
Yeah, he's rocking. He has high score with his initials.
Okay. No, I mean, believe it or not, hot chicks do play video games. I see it all the time. And, like, I just find myself thinking that I might not be down with the girl that I like just because, the girl that I'm with, just because, I mean, she gets mad at me when I play video games and I'm not taking her out, to go.
Well, let me tell you something, Uberman. When the super hot chicks come in and they pick out a game, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to get home, they're going to play for a while, then they're going to want to go out.
But I have a question there, Uber. The question is this. Now, I really want you to think about this, even though it's you.
Okay.
What kind of quality young woman can beat you in video games? Don't you want a girl that's in college and she doesn't have enough time to play your stupid video games and has kind of a sight
Life?
for the future? Yeah.
Well, no, you can't really say that they're stupid because I'm going to school. I'm going to school for game design and development, and I'm pretty sure when I get into that, I'm going to find some sort of girl that's into the same
Uberlicious?
things I'm into. Man, I only said Uber once. Come on.
And it's a reasonable term. It's Nietzsche, for
It's
God's
just
sakes.
damn fun, that's all.
I think it's Nietzsche.
I don't know. I was just asking for y'all advice. Like, what do you think? I mean,
Well,
should
I
just
don't.
kinda
Okay,
lay
here's
off
what
it?
I think. Here's what I think. I think there are other reasons why you don't like this girl. Obviously, it's not just
Not
the
really.
stupid video
I-
games. Well, then that's that. If you really are judging somebody on their video
You're
game,
uber
ability-
stupid.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, think about how stupid that is.
Yeah, I mean, but doesn't it fall into the same thing as like liking the same things that I do?
She's playing
You know?
to please you, isn't
Yeah, she plays. What was her score on Grand Theft Auto?
Oh, actually, she's really good at that game.
See?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Like I said, I was.
Are you
just
going to
thinking
junior
about it.
college?
No, college.
College.
Yeah.
Like, which
Did you
one?
find the college on the cover of a Matches?
No.
Which
it's,
one?
It's called Westwood.
Westwood.
Oh,
Yeah.
bad place to be today.
Huh. I haven't heard of
One of
it.
those TV. It's one of those TV colleges,
Uh-huh.
but like I'm just gonna
Shocker.
get started there.
Really? It's a TV college. You're just getting started.
Well, I'd
It
like to
means
try.
It just plays a college on TV.
I mean, really, I can't believe you're such an idiot that you actually think that this is a thing.
Well, I could understand that. Like I said, I was just asking your advice.
I mean, because here's the thing. When you have somebody that's embarrassing at something, like say I couldn't play golf or whatever, but my husband liked to play golf, you just don't take me.
Well, it's not so much the fact that she's bad at them. It's just the fact that like I get yelled at because of my obsession with them. You know what I mean?
Well, then it's you. You have to back off being obsessed.
I'm
It's
not.
her.
Why?
Because video games are cool. I wish my wife would play, but then she'd play and I'd beat her all the time and it'd be no fun. I feel his pain. Get rid of her.
Well, there you go.
All right, and
Well, thank you.
then
Thank
shack
you
up with
guys very
those
much.
really hot chicks that know how to play well.
Yeah, gamers.
Well, I'm always looking. Send them my way. I'm in the mall.
What mall
What
are you at
mall?
there?
I'm in Flatirons Mall in Colorado.
Flatiron Mall.
Flatirons
It's
Mall.
a nice mall. I've been there. It's lovely.
What's the name of your store?
It's very GameStop.
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 Yeah, so send all the uber hot girls that play video games to GameStop in Denver.
Okay, if you're uber hot
You guys sound like girls when you were giggling just
and you
then.
wanna play video games with a guy named Tack,
All right, Tack. We look
Thank
forward
you guys.
to.
Great show. Keep it up.
Oh,
Thanks.
sure, just for you, buddy.
yep, we're uber good.
Oh, you gotta find the right music there, Jack. All right, here we go. Very
Nice, yeah.
Ooh, a little ambiance. All right, from Star Magazine, it is our friend. She's going to do this for us every week now. Star Magazine, by the way, has a new look to it. It's a celebrity weekly news magazine. It's all shiny and new. And it's Bonnie Fuller from Star Magazine. Yay! It comes
Yay,
out today, I
Bonnie.
believe. Hi.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, happy. Now, does Star Magazine come out today?
It sure does.
Okay, guys, we just got to get our Star Groove on.
Now, the one that comes out today will have Britney Spears and a guy who you would think is Justin Timberlake giving her a piggyback ride.
That's right.
What's the story on that?
Well, the story is incredible. Brittany has stole another woman's man again.
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 Uh-oh.
Do you remember when she got in? Got very cozy with that dancer, the backup dancer, Columbus Short.
Yeah, and then he ended up like dumping his wife or something.
Right.
Yeah, she broke up the marriage. The wife was 7 months pregnant at the time. Well, that didn't last, and now she's hot and heavy with this guy, Kevin Federline. And he has got a girlfriend of 3 years. They have a 2-year-old together, and she's 7 months pregnant.
Oh.
Now, but I heard that she didn't know this.
Well, who knows if she knew it or not, because she didn't confide to, well, unfortunately, she didn't confide to us.
I mean,
but
because
you know what? Kevin
she,
did.
If
Well,
she
Kevin
didn't
told us.
know, then she's a victim, But if she did
That's
know,
true.
then she's a villain.
Right, but she knew last time for sure.
Yes, last time she did. But, Kevin, he spoke to a source of ours, and he was discussing that, he was going to have to break this news to his girlfriend, Shar.
Uh-oh.
Now, she'd be mad, but if as a guy, you just got to go home and say, honey, I had this chance to do it with Britney Spears, and I took it. I'm
Well,
really
yeah.
sorry.
I mean, at least it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's like
give me a pass on this one, baby.
Now, Danny, really, would your wife give you a pass on that?
No, she'd beat my butt, but still, if I had my shot at Britney, I might take it and go home and take my lumps.
It's way better than when you find out he's boning like an old fat bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I had to go home and, say I was doing it with some big girl that we knew, well, that'd be a problem. But if I got a chance to shag with Britney Spears, I might take it and then just take my punishment like a man.
Well, you have a very understanding wife. Shar,
Oh, no, I
apparently,
don't.
is not happy.
Yeah, I bet she's not, especially being pregnant.
That's right, and with a 2-year-old, too.
Oh.
But, I mean, what is it with Britney? And
She's
she
going
always
through
gets in
something.
trouble with these dancers.
Well, I don't think Britney's, and I don't know her, and I've never met her. I get the feeling she's not very happy.
I think she's lonely. In fact, we talked to some sources close to her, and she is a little lonely, and she needs somebody to just give her a big hug. And I
Yeah,
think,
because when you're lonely, remember some of those guys I dated way back when? You'll just start dating just to like have somebody other than your cat.
But
Right.
this guy does look uncannily like Justin Timberlake,
he does. He absolutely does. So, and he's tall like Justin too.
Now, here's
like
my
tall
question.
guys.
By the way, she looks kind of chunky on that cover. So
Well, she also looked chunky during your Florida, that live from Florida.
Good eyes. You guys have good eyes.
Well, we noticed chunk.
how usually when they're getting these telephoto lenses, the pictures are a tad more grainy than this. This almost looks like a portrait.
Well, she absolutely knew she was having her picture taken.
Oh.
The two of them, Kevin and Brittany, they picked up sandwiches at Subway. They went to the beach. They hung out in Santa Monica. There were photographers there. It didn't bother them at all. They were determined. They were going to have a good time. I guess she feels like, who cares? I'm going to enjoy myself.
Well, here's my theory.
All right.
I think that she can't believe that, allegedly, apparently, and I don't know anything. I'm just guessing. But, she broke Justin Timberlake's heart. And when that happens, you still think that you always have him. Because you feel like you can run all over him, whatever. And then one day she wakes up and realizes that he's happy with Cameron Diaz.
Right.
And she can't call him up for, because he was always a standby. And believe me, sister, when that standby goes away, you are screwed mentally.
Yeah, I think that she really has wanted Justin back the whole time. I mean, these are sort of cries for relationship help. I mean, look at the marriage for 55 hours.
There's the
Columbus
video.
Short.
The video where she's killing herself.
Oh, right,
Oh,
right,
yes.
right.
Yes.
I know. I mean, that is shocking.
Yes.
Even the toxic video too. I mean, there's little messages in there.
You're on to something, Bonnie. This is why you are.
This
who
is
you
why you
are.
work with Star.
Look at her, the undercover investigator.
All right, now what are the other big stories in the current Star magazine on newsstands today?
Well, thank you. There's another big shocker. Naomi Watts has dumped Heath Ledger. It is over.
How
Oh,
come?
God, I thought they were so happy.
So did I.
They were very cute together,
Yeah,
but
they
I guess
were.
in that 10-year age difference. She's 35, he's 25. She's ready to settle down. She's more mature. I think that it just got in the way. I guess it just wasn't Demi and Ashton proof.
He doesn't know how to love a woman. It was
Right.
my theory about the younger guys don't love to love a
You
woman.
know what? I had no idea there was that big of an age gap between those two.
That's because she looks so
She
good.
looks so good.
Smoking
Yeah.
Smoking hot. And
But-
also, Farrah and Ryan, shocker, their son's back in rehab.
That is a very sad story.
Farrah
I mean,
Fawcett.
we reported that. Now, Farrah and Ryan have been spending a lot of time together. They're pretty much back together. And I
Really?
think one of the things that's brought them back together is their concern over their 19-year-old son, Redmond. And he got in trouble. He was in court. The judge offered him a chance to avoid a sentence if he went into rehab. And his parents said, "You're going. We want you in rehab, and we want you there for a long time until you kick all your bad habits."
And?
And he's off. He's there.
Oh, so he's currently in rehab even as we speak.
Yes, he was sent to rehab right away.
Wow. Well,
Boy, nothing brings a family together like heroin.
is that right?
Yeah, well, apparently, Ryan and Farrah weren't all that chatty not too long ago.
Now, do you have anything still about that Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie? Because everybody's asking about that crap.
Oh, they've got to read our Star magazine if they can catch the last one still. Well,
Yeah, I know. We talked about it last week, but I
Yeah.
didn't know if you still had anything new.
We hear that the filming is going along just terrific. Now we hear that they wrapped up. They did shoot a second version of this steamy nude scene, and now Brad, they must have gotten it done because Brad has got to go to Chicago because he's starting Ocean's 12, and then he's going to be in New York and around the world doing promotion for Troy, which is opening. And we've got these incredible pictures in the issue. You've got to see them. He's topless for the first time.
Topless
Selma
Brad
and Louise.
Pitt.
I'm tingling.
Wow. Topless Brad Pitt.
Uh-huh. And believe me, it is worth looking at.
Oh, Bonnie.
Funny getting all horny on the radio.
You're
there.
creeping me out, sister.
I know Jamie's going to appreciate it, too.
Well-
How about you, Danny?
I have a big crush on Brad Pitt.
A couple other things. First of all, I didn't know what was wrong with Paula Abdul's finger. I guess you guys talk about it in today's
Yes.
Star magazine.
Yes, she almost had a lethal manicure. Well, she had a manicure, and it almost turned lethal.
What happened?
She got an infection, and
You
apparently
hear about that all the time.
The nail bed actually turned septic. I mean, that's really dangerous.
That is.
Oh.
They had to remove the whole nail, right?
Yeah, they had to remove the whole nail. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy.
Yeah. You gotta be careful with those manicures. You didn't realize you were risking your life when you went to get a manicure.
Well,
did
no,
you,
we had a
Danny?
story, yesterday, or that's not true, about a month ago, where a woman got, what'd she get? She got
Gangrene or something.
no, she got herpes in her eye
Oh,
because
yeah.
they reused the wax from her bikini area, another chick's bikini
dear.
area.
They're
Isn't
not
that
supposed
gross?
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Herpes,
No.
eye herpes or something. I forgot what we called it.
Danny,
funny.
it's hard to be a woman, isn't it?
It really seems difficult. I'm going to quit.
I'm glad to hear that.
And is there anything we must know about? Just a must-have, I mean, obviously the huge news is Naomi Watson, Heath. That's sad. And Brittany.
Well, you know what's there's a couple of funny things that you must know. Apparently, Joe Millionaire is
Yes.
homeless.
Yeah, Evan Marriott. That was my big Joe Millionaire
kidding.
scoop this morning.
Yeah, isn't that just a riot?
He's not living at that Schlutsky's or whatever, the
No.
guys
No.
that
He's
build
been
motorcycles.
homeless for, what, a month and a half, right?
Yeah, I don't know
Where's
what
he
happened to
live?
that $500,000. And of course, everybody's going to be running to the video store because Paris Hilton's famous sex video is going to be sold in stores now.
You're
That's
kidding.
nice.
It's going to be called One Night in Paris.
Nice.
Wow. You know what? That is nice. Get the popcorn going.
Yeah.
Bring the kids.
So
get-
they're
curl
selling
up.
the X-rated version?
It is I think there's going to be two versions, one more X-rated than the other.
Wow.
So you have your choice.
Wow, that is good to know.
Where do most celebrities stay? In the Paris Hilton.
Wow. All right, Bonnie. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we'll see you next week, okay?
Hey, great talking.
The
You
new Star
too.
magazine out on newsstands today.
Yay.
Thank you.
See
Bye,
later,
Jamie.
Bonnie.
Bye, Danny.
Bye.
Couple of things that we need to go over. First of all, I just realized we still have that Richard Petty driving experience to
Yes, we
give
do.
away, so we have to do that. That's
Yeah, we
awesome.
got that. We got all these clips from The Bachelor.
Yep, celebrating NASCAR week. Stench, where's your brother? We're supposed to be getting a pilgrimage update.
He's lost in NASCAR hell because he's not answering his phone. So he's either avoiding me or loading up the beer kegs.
All right, we're still looking for our pilgrim
Right.
to take on the pilgrimage.
He's going to be there for 4 days.
I know. We'll
There's
check
a
him
lot
out.
of this stuff going on with this Coachella thing going on.
Yeah, that's going on. Also, don't forget the 33rd annual Police Celebrity Golf Tournament happens on Saturday at Rancho Park Golf Course. I'm going to be playing in it, and
Yeah?
remember we had what's his name on talking about it.
Mhm.
Here's
Officer, what's his name?
Yeah.
Sort of long Italian names.
Yes, we couldn't pronounce it. Right. The tee off is at 10 a.m. and I'm telling you, Kelsey Grammer is the main poobah, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing like seeing Tommy Lee in golf attire. It's just worth it.
That's worth the price of admission alone.
Oh, it is. It's just Tommy Lee in golf attire with I told you that before. It's just hot.
Plus, he's in trouble again right now.
He is?
Yeah.
Well, he might not want to go there then. It's all these police officers.
He's not in that kind of trouble.
Oh, what happened?
Well, it looked like he and Pam Anderson were getting into a limousine to go up to Vegas and get remarried.
Mm-hmm.
When he said, "Oh, by the way, honey, can I borrow $600,000 so they don't repossess our house?"
Yeah. Him and Don Johnson.
And she said, "No, you only want me for my money." He said, "No, you don't
Oh,
want me to lose
really?
the house our kids grew up in." She said, "Get out."
So she wouldn't give him any
Sent the
money. Good.
limousine away.
I'm glad. I wondered about that if she was going to bail him out.
She will.
Pico Boulevard between, it's Pico Boulevard at Motor. So come out there on Saturday. It's really awesome. It's great for the kids, all that stuff. They have picnics, bring a blanket, and it's really fun. And you get to see the helicopters and the different police crap, and it's the police dogs, and it's like totally a cool thing. I like it. All right, so I'll put that over there. And Jack and Stench on Saturday. Don't forget to see them.
They'll be out there at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Glen Ellen Regional Park in San Bernardino on Saturday. All right, so I think we about covered it. Now it is time for the portion of the show called Mandels. It's a 2-part series. Oh, well, we almost have, though, a superstar by, I have to take this call. Sorry, it feels rude not to.
Okay.
Superstar by association.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I just saw it. It just handed me. Paula.
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
We had to put Mandels on the side to bring you.
You guys are just the best. I just dropped my daughter off to school, and I heard the nice little plug you gave my ex.
Uh-huh. And why don't you tell everybody who that is?
Well, he's the lead singer, Russell Hitchcock, and
Of Air Supply.
Of Air Supply.
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's the ex-wife of the lead singer of Air Supply. Sure, I know Peter, like the big guy is Peter or Cetera or whatever, right?
Right.
well, no, Peter Cetera was with Chicago.
Well, hell, Air Supply,
That's
Chicago,
okay.
they all blend together like all those boy bands, really?
In the same loop, but I was actually number 3.
X number 3.
X number 3, and you know what, though? He hit the home run. He's got the most exquisite, beautiful new wife.
Did he cheat on you?
I can't say that on the air.
So, yes.
Oh.
And,
He's right. He can't run all out of love.
But we've been apart for 13 years. He's a great guy. He's a great ex-husband, a great father. We have a daughter that's going to be 16.
Wow. Does she tell people that her dad's the Air Supply guy?
No.
Yeah.
No, because you know what? A lot of her friends at her age group don't know who they are, and their parents do. But, I mean, I felt so sad when you said about Joe Millionaire. He should copyright their song, I'm All Out of Love, and say, I'm all out of money.
Yeah.
I'm so lost without it.
Now, does your ex-husband still have money?
I can't answer that on the air.
You can't answer if he has money? I mean, did he save? And
Does he live on the streets?
No, not at all. He works very hard. In fact, they're still touring, and
Jack, make sure you find out.
I just saw him in the
He's totally
calendar
in-
section. They're playing in Simi Valley like in a couple weeks.
Oh.
Yeah, he's upstanding. He's upstanding with a real honorable
So
person.
Did
why
you
is he
sign
your ex?
something that you
Yeah.
can only say nice stuff about him?
Well, because you know what? It takes 2 to tango, and when we split up,
You cheated too.
no, I crossed my heart on a stack of Bibles. No, never did.
So why do you like him so much if he's your ex?
Because he deserves
She's still in love
it.
with him.
No, you know what? I love him, but I'm not in love with him.
One of those.
No, we've been apart. No, I'm a flight attendant, and he was the last passenger I dated. I met him on one of my flights.
You guys, those flight attendants are all whores.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
No,
They don't call it a cockpit for nothing.
You ever call him up and ask him for a booty supply? Do you still see him?
you mean my ex-husband?
Yeah, do you still have...
Absolutely, yeah. When he's not touring, he spends, as much time as he can with our daughter, and my daughter spends a lot of time with her stepmom as well. So,
Well, it sounds amicable.
but you know what, Danny, I want to
still in
give
love
you
with him.
an accolade. I met you about 11 years
still
ago
in love
in
with him.
Malibu, and we were
Uh-oh.
sitting next to Burgess Meredith, and there were two girls with me, and he kept asking us if we were the dancing girls, and you sat there and you laughed so hard.
Wow, that's a great accolade right there. I laugh at the penguin.
No, you were just a gentleman. You were just as nice as well.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, Paula, thanks for the phone call. We're glad that everything is great in the air supply world. We were kind of concerned, but it sounds like now, are any of the songs? Did he write any of the songs about you?
No, he didn't. But I know it sounds kind of boring. But you know what?
Nothing about air supply is boring.
No, it sounds like our relationship was boring, but no, we had the best time. In fact, Jamie, you're neighbors with his business manager. I won't say the neighborhood, but you're neighbors with his business manager.
Wow, good to know.
His business manager's doing okay.
And I would love at some point if I could talk to Jamie off of the air because I have a question I wanted to ask her.
Well, this sounds interesting.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'll tell you guys, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, so the deal was she does know where I live, and she's interested in one of my neighbors.
Aha.
So she wanted me to hook her up with one of the neighbors.
Very nice.
She's a very nice lady. I like her. She seems very happy. All right. Anyway, we're gonna push the Mandels, the 2-part series, to Friday.
I think we should. Yeah.
I think it's a good Friday kind of pick me up.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna right over here, Danny. If you need to know where the Mandels 2-part series, I'm
Fair
picking
enough.
Right. Don't let me lose that. Right there. And in moments, we're going to have Trista from The Bachelor talking about how women are portrayed on reality television. That is derived from yesterday's show with Rabbi Shmuley. But in the meantime, we found the pilgrim.
We found the pilgrim?
We found the pilgrim. The pilgrimage to the NASCAR races begins today with the brother of our producer. He is loading up the Winnebago.
For 4 days.
And heading out to Kentucky.
Now, he's been loading the Winnebago for 4 days, or he's heading out for 4 days?
He's heading out for 4 days. You live there. This is an event.
This is an event. I was there yesterday. It's crazy how much stuff is going on.
Is this his own Winnebago, or does he rent it?
Oh, no, it's his own.
By the way, you can still buy grandstand tickets to the California Speedway.
Hello?
Mark!
Yeah?
Howdy!
Hey, Mark, are we ready for NASCAR?
I was warned about this.
Why are you worried about this? You are our pilgrimage leader.
No, I was warned, not worried.
Oh, warned. Well, I am voting for that Jimmie Johnson, number 48. He's my new boyfriend.
I heard you met him yesterday.
I did, and he is yum-y.
Are you jealous?
Yeah, in a way, yes.
Well, I could probably, because we're dating now, so I can probably hook you up.
When I heard you met him yesterday, I said, she must have liked that. He's a good-looking guy.
Oh, my God, he's hot. That's who I'm voting for. So if you see
Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of the 50 most beautiful people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you get that People magazine? You got to pick that up. It's suitable for framing.
Yeah, I think we have that one in there on the dining room table.
Yeah? Do you look at it and say, that guy's a racer?
And he's beautiful.
Wow, I like your style.
All right, so we're loading up the Winnebago, and we're starting our pilgrimage to Kentucky. What are some of our supplies?
Beer.
10 cases of beer.
Yeah. What kind now? What flavor?
There's some Bud. There's some Coors Light. There's some Tecate.
Oh, fancy.
So there's a little variety.
A little bit of everything.
We got a big group coming out.
He's
so we
bringing Mexicans. He got Tecate. Because he's a silver bullet crowd.
Although I know white people that like the Mexican beer.
Yeah, I was, if I had to, I'd have gone a Corona or two.
Yeah.
And when you're in the NASCAR crowd, they're called Tecates.
Ah,
nice.
Very nice. All right, so what kind of snacks?
Got some ribs, got some Italian sausage, got some barbecue.
Wow.
What else do we got? We got some tri-tip.
Got some meat.
Now, I'm going to be out there.
It's pretty much a beef weekend.
I'm going to be out there on Sunday, and I'm on that Atkins diet.
Right.
I'm not, but I will be.
Yeah.
What do I look for? I mean, do you have a special flag or something? I'd like to stop by your trailer.
Look for a redneck and a Winnebago. This shouldn't take any time.
Yeah, there's only about 3,000 of them out there.
I mean, do you have a special flag, like one the missus made for you or something?
If you go into turn 2 of the racetrack, and you'll figure out where that is, second row from the track, there's a big bar set up in front of my motorhome with a big picture of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car on the front of it.
All right.
Oh, my
He's on
God.
the show tomorrow.
Yeah, he's going to be on the show tomorrow. Did you know that?
I heard.
Yeah, so is Jimmie Johnson, my lover boy, or my lover.
We're going to rub them.
I already rubbed one. Actually, I asked him if I could have sex with him while he wore his helmet. But then I realized that was calling him ugly.
And the brown bag effect.
I know, but I was trying to be funny. It went awry. It happens a lot. All right, so you got your snacks, you got your beer. What other are the must-haves for the NASCAR race?
Zantac.
Yeah, very important.
Zantac.
Some Tums. Yeah, is that the same thing, right?
I'm trying to think what else we brought along here. Some games to pass the time between the drinking and the racing.
Right, and if you get a caution flag, those kind of take a long time.
Yeah, those kind of stuff.
Debris on the track and stuff.
Trivial Pursuit, the retarded version.
No, they have kids. I mean, the kids version.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've got the satellite TV. We're not slumming it like most of them are out
Oh,
there.
that's nice. Now, do you bring sunscreen?
Yeah, I got the sunscreen in the
What
RV.
number? What number did we choose?
3.
In memory of, because we don't get a different number, Danny, because that is like not right. What is your favorite race car driver?
Well, that would be Dale Jr.
Dale Jr.
Dale Jr.
What number is he?
He's number 8.
Number 8. My
There
God.
you
Now,
go.
do you have bumper stickers on your Winnebago?
No, I have nothing on the actual vehicle that would identify me as a NASCAR fan anywhere else.
Really? I'm disappointed because you had the NASCAR birthday party.
No, he's like a ninja.
Yeah, I have the NASCAR Daytona breakfast party every year. I know you heard about that
Oh,
one.
we did. We heard about the matching cups and plates that said NASCAR on them.
Yeah, that's a good time.
And finally, does the missus come along on this little trek with you?
Yeah, she does. She's a convert. She's one of the few Asian NASCAR fans that see around.
She's Asian, is she?
She really is a convert.
Wow. I mean, it's the fastest growing sport among, both male and female, obviously men, but women now. But they didn't say anything about Asians.
Yeah, it's the fastest growing sport among Asian women.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who knew? Now, what does she wear?
Who knew? That's her name.
She's a Dale Jr. fan like I am.
And does she have an outfit? Like a...
Jimmie Johnson.
Oh, that's my boy.
Oh, there she goes.
We don't want you talking about her boyfriend like that.
Jimmie Johnson doesn't like Asians. It's a statement I'm making on his behalf.
He'll be so happy.
Yeah, come on.
Now, does she have a kimono that says, like, Jimmy on the front or something?
No, nothing like that.
No. The little pillow on her ass doesn't say Jim.
No, she's the one that's into the souvenirs and the shirts and stuff. She gets the shopping aspect of it. She gets pretty decked out this weekend. I just got the wife beater and a pair of shorts on.
Right. The little NASCAR lingerie is a real go-getter.
There you go.
Yeah, yummy. And the little shoes that look like cars, those
Yeah,
are very
those are
popular.
Shoes? I'm not bringing any shoes.
No, they sell those stiletto heels that are shoes.
Oh, he doesn't let her wear shoes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wait
I'm
a
sorry.
minute. When I
What?
was at his house last, there was a dude walking around with Earnhardt slippers on. They have them.
Hey, do you make her go barefoot in the trailer?
Yeah, you gotta leave your shoes at the door in the trailer.
Wow. And do you let others use your restroom? Because that's a big deal when you're camping.
Number 1 only.
Ah, right. Gotcha.
You know,
We'll
send them over to the Publix if they gotta sit down.
Yeah, you don't really need to go in detail. I got you
Yeah,
covered with the
okay,
number
yeah.
one.
Yeah, I'm pretty good about that.
All right, so Mark, can we call you tomorrow and find out where you are in line? Because don't you have to go stand in line with 3,000 campers?
Line up today to let you in at 5. By 6 o'clock tonight, we'll be in our spot settled in, and tomorrow when you call me, they'll probably be qualifying, and you're welcome to call me.
All right, perfect.
How does he know he'll be on turn 2? You map it out in advance? You
Oh,
know?
it's like a season
It's a
ticket.
KOA campground, I think.
I have the same spot for every event at that racetrack, and the year to year to year, it's the same spot. So
Gosh, and to think that I
It's
didn't
like a
meet
buoy
you.
at Catalina or a mooring.
Yeah.
like a mooring, exactly.
Or a moron. Now, that wasn't nice, was it?
Not at all.
All right, well, don't forget, Jimmie Johnson's our man.
All right, he's a popular guy amongst the ladies. I'll tell you.
Yes, he's eye candy, as they say in NASCAR world.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. all the way, yeah.
Tell little E I said hey tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay,
we will.
we will.
Tell him to look for you at turn 2.
Actually, we might call you while he's on, and maybe you could talk to him your own
Oh,
self.
that would be awesome.
Oh my God! Tell the boys tonight when you're drinking. Yeah, my brother got me hooked up.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, there you go. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
A nice boy.
All right, so the pilgrimage continues. We will talk to him tomorrow live from the NASCAR races.
From turn 2 with the bar with Earnhardt Jr.
expected this weekend
Yep.
at that NASCAR thing. All right, so we'll pick that up tomorrow. The old pilgrimage.
Most of them in Stench's Brothers, Winnebago.
Yes, it sounds like it. All right. In the meantime, yesterday on the big show, we had Rabbi Shmuley.
Yep.
We had him on, and he was talking about how men now really don't expect a lot out of women, and that they're getting these false, I don't know, thoughts about women based on reality television. I think that's kind of what he was saying, right?
Well, of course, the word is reality.
Right. And that was his point as well, is that all these reality shows are portraying women as gold diggers like Joe Millionaire,
Right.
as slutty from the Bachelorette, because basically they'll
And
sleep,
Paradise Hotel.
right, because they'll sleep with them to, actually he brought up Paradise Hotel instead for that one, right? Just so you can get, win. Stupid.
Right.
And that was the Jessica Simpson thing, and Paris Hilton, that they're just bimbos. Backstabbing,
For that show For Love or Money.
right?
Backstabbers.
And then complete bitchy bitches. And that was the Bachelorette. He was talking about all those girls getting together and like
Right.
bitching about everything.
Also, and don't forget shows even where it wasn't about relationships, like The Apprentice, with the lying and the backstabbing and the cheating and the showmance.
True. And he was talking about how, men used to need these women to be kind of the normal people, kind of the
Nurturer.
right. And instead you have supermodels eating pig guts.
See, now I dig that one.
Like we lost what it is to be a female, I
Right.
think.
Okay.
So here is Trista, and she's all those things. I'm kidding.
She's one of the few that came out really looking good, I thought.
Yeah, I think so. Hi, Trista.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I miss flying with you. We flew together.
I know. We
Yeah.
talked the entire time.
We'll have to do it again sometime soon.
Yes, we will.
We will.
Okay, so what's your take on what Rabbi Shmuley said about this?
Well, obviously up in Vail, we don't get your radio station.
Right.
So I didn't hear it, but after what you guys just said, it's not upsetting to me, but I totally disagree with him because, first of all, look at guys on reality shows. And second of all, just look at the world in general. Like, why is he picking on reality television?
I don't
You know
think
what
he
I'm
is.
saying?
I think he's picking on women and that we're getting to see the real sides of them on the reality shows.
Well, I think you can see real sides of some people. Yes, I agree. Like Omarosa from The Apprentice. I don't think too highly of her with what she lied
Right.
about and everything. But I don't think you can just take one person from each of these shows.
Or the
whoever it
editing.
is.
And plus, we know the editing is creative and
I
all
mean,
that.
Yeah, you just can't generalize. That's I think what is a big problem with our society today.
Reality shows.
Well, no, I mean, the thing is
I'm talking about in general because we'll get hate mail. I was telling Jamie this on the airplane. We'll get hate mail of people just generalizing about not doing anything with your fame and not giving to charity. And, after the wedding, everyone thought that, I had a $4 million wedding that I was allowed to do whatever with. And it was just estimated at that. It was
probably
something
wasn't
that
over
I
$1.5 million.
would never have gone to ABC and said, hey, can you give the money to charity? There's no way they would have done that because they wanted to do a fancy wedding.
well, and plus
people
the
can't.
kids in Ethiopia don't need Stuart Weitzman's shoes.
Right.
I mean, most of it was like donated stuff and they wanted their product on, and I don't.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that, like Ryan's going to be competing in the Ironman for charity, kind of like what P. Diddy did for the New York City Marathon.
Right.
We attend a million charity events. We try to give back as much as we can because we realize that we have a name. So I don't think you can put us all together just as women and say that, we're bitches and we're sluts. And yes, there are bitches and sluts out there in this world.
There
And
are.
thank God for them.
All right, hold on. Trista, you know what? We got to take a little break. They're making me take a little break. But when we come back, we'll find out what her character is.
All right, good
Because
enough.
I just found out there are bitches and sluts.
I've known for a while.
Hold on, Trista. Hold on first.